Yeah.
You talked about Chelsea Handler in your you went on for a while on Instagram.
She's a horrible woman.
Yeah, you said, what did she do to you?
What happened?
Horrible.
What happened?
I mean, she was great on the roast.
Yeah.
And I give her that. She was very funny and she was good and I enjoyed what she did. She was horrible to me. I was on Chelsea lately because at the time her show was the biggest show.
This the Netflix show, the Netflix one?
Was it on Netflix?
No. This was
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. It was on E.
Oh, it was on E.
And because I did it a few times.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was Chelsea Lately show, and that was the show that if you got on there as a few times as a comic, it could elevate you. Joe Coy blew up from it.
Joe Coy, yep.
You know, Lonnie Love was on there a lot.
Lonnie Love.
Yeah. Love Lonnie.
And I watched the show and, you know, and my manager was like, that's the show you need to get on. Because I was in America, newly in America, trying to get my foothold on the market. And so Chelsea Lately was a show to do. And I watched the show and I did not like the way that they were doing Lonnie Love on that show. I didn't like it because they're always calling her names like, oh, you're fat and you're this and you're that. And I know that they were friends and whatever, but I just found it distasteful. The way, and Chelsea would do that to Lonnie, and then white male comics who were guests on the show would then start disrespecting Lonnie. And I'd be watching the show going, you wouldn't even be good enough to open for Lonnie. Why are you talking to her like that?
Right.
So I didn't like that.
Right.
Anyway, my manager got me on the show.
Yeah.
I come on the show, and in my mind, I'm like, you ain't gonna be disrespecting me on this show. I'm gonna come on, I'm gonna do my jokes, and I'm gonna be funny. I'm not going to disrespect you, but I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. Yeah. So I came on the show. Now, before the show, Chelsea's walking up and down the hallway. She don't say hello to me. She walks past me, doesn't acknowledge me at all. Now, she knows I'm coming on the show. I'm there. Like, when people are coming on my shows, like when we had guest actors on Bob Hart, I'd come up and I'd be like, thank you for coming on the show. Have a good time, blah, 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 anything you need. Yeah. And I was the showrunner, but I'd come out and meet
cordial manners,
right?
Yeah.
I'm on the show. I'm a guest on the show. She walks past me in the hallway, just doesn't acknowledge me at all before the show. Not a hello, nothing. So we get in front of the camera. As soon as the camera comes on, she's saying things like, well, welcome to our country. I mean, you can go back and find the episode. Wow. She kept saying things like, welcome to our country, and saying stuff like that. And I was like, I see what you're trying to do, Chelsea.
Oh, she was trying to rage bait you?
But I'm not doing it.
She was rage baiting you?
I just aimed all my jokes at the audience. I go, ha ha, Chelsea. Jokes to the audience. Oh yeah, right, Chelsea. Jokes to the audience. So I was killing. I killed.
Yeah.
I came off. One of the producers.
Oh, whose phone is that? Mine. Kung Fu fighting.
What a horrible ringtone.
My phone. Dante set it up.
I hope the camera picked that up.
Kung Fu fighting?
Kung Fu fighting. Guys.
Oh.
But anyway, so the cameras come on, so I just play the audience. I acknowledge Chelsea in the show and pretend like I'm having a good time with her, but I'm aiming my jokes at the audience. And I'm doing well. I come off, my manager came with me, because she was like, oh my God, she came with me, and I come off and she was like, God, it's really good. And then the producer comes off and goes, oh my God, you're so good. We got to get you back. And I knew I was good because I come from England where I've been doing panel shows my entire career.
Yes.
So I know how to do panel shows. Yeah. So I wasn't nervous at all because I was like, oh, I've done panel shows a million times. I'm good at this. So I had all my jokes written. They'd sent me the jokes like, you know, they send me the subject
different
matter.
Subject matter.
Like 2 hours before. So I had quickly written up some stuff and I had to. Anyway, so the producer comes up after the show, goes, yeah, that was great, love it. We've got to get you back. I'm excited. I go home and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be on Chelsea Lately. You know, it's going to be good. It will help me get into the comedy clubs in America. This is going to be awesome. Jody, my manager, calls her the next day, all excited. So when can Gina get back on to do another set? And the same producer who said to me the day before, oh my God, that was so good. Yeah. We've got to get you back. That was, you spoke when you didn't sit there and freeze under the lights. It was great. Same producer goes, Chelsea didn't understand her accent.
What?
That's what the producer said to my manager. Chelsea didn't understand her accent. And I was like, but I did my jokes.
In front of her.
I got to the punchlines, the audience laughed. How do you not? And I'd been in America probably 2 years at this point, doing sets all around Hollywood.
Yeah.
So like,
and you had never gotten that feedback when nobody.
Never.
Yeah.
How do you not understand what? I think we can all understand what I'm saying. What do
Yeah,
you think?
right.
You speak English.
So I'm basically, I'm like,
England.
because I wasn't willing to let her abuse me on the show, and because I just was like,
Right.
she didn't want me back on the show. And I never got to appear on the Chelsea Lately show again.
Wow.
And so I was like, this was my only opportunity to get, you know,
Yeah.
and I've never liked her since then. She was awful.
Wow.
She was awful.
Wow. You call him up out. I love it.
I don't give a Listen, I'll call out all those racists.
Yeah.
That green room, I wouldn't do the green room.
Why?
The green room back in the day?
What was that guy's name? Paul
Paul Provenza. Yeah, I did
Racist
that.
ass mother.
Wow.
Talk about it.
He used to come to England and do shows at the comedy clubs before he was super famous.
Right.
And we were at this comedy club called Jongleurs. And they were a chain of comedy clubs. They had 17
Jongleurs,
clubs
yeah.
all over. They paid my mortgage for 5 years because I worked for them consistently.
Yeah.
And we were backstage at Jongleurs Comedy Club, and Paul Provenza was having a conversation with a white comic. And he said the N-word.
He's got that obsession.
So I stopped and I was like, Paul, I'd rather you not use that word in front of me. I find it uncomfortable and I really don't want to hear that word in front of me. Paul got in my face like this, stood over me. It's just a f***ing word. And he shouted it in my face.
What?
And there were 3 other white comics in the room.
Damn.
And none of them did anything. Just stuck my, and he shouted it in my face. It's just a word. And he shouted it in my face 3 times.
Wow.
And I was a young comic at the time. I was
Yeah.
new in the game. So I just got up and I left the room, went and did my set, and then spoke to the woman who booked the Jongleurs clubs.
Yeah.
And I said, never put me on a show with that man again, right? And that was years ago. And then fast forward 12 years later, now I've moved to America. I've forgotten about it because there was lots of racist incidents over the years with various comics. It happened a lot. And I worked in engineering, so.
And it's you're a woman because like with a lot of us black the male comics, they don't open their mouth with that.
Well, I was a young
Whooped.
I was a young black woman in a room
Yeah,
full
of
of white
course.
men.
They don't do it with around
So
us.
it's like how do you?
Full of white men.
Yeah.
So I had no
What?
one there.
Yeah.
So he knew he could do that. So anyways, I left. Fast forward, I forgot about it because it was years on, and lots of racist incidents happened over the years. So I just moved on from it. I worked in engineering. I had way worse than that on my day job. So I moved on. But years later, I'm in America. My manager calls me and goes, so they'd like you to come on the green room. And I'd forgotten about that incident, but my body, when I say my body just went like this. And I went, no, I don't want to do it. And my manager was like, but why? It's the green room, it's a nice little And I was like, no, thanks. And I'd forgotten why, but I immediately reacted to it. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that show. And I never did the green room. And it wasn't until 2 years after that I went, oh, that's why I didn't want to do the green room.
Right.
Because of what happened with this guy back in England in the early 2000s.
Yo, it's finally here.
Yes.
We are dropping our lifestyle merch. 154 is here. It's hot. Come get it.
Bam.
Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like, ain't no place like home.